What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back again with another video, and today we're going to go over all of the latest and greatest in news and third party and first party revolving around PlayStation with this week's weekly news show, Save Slot. So first up here, we got some news, of course, around Borderlands 3. It's been a lot of talk of discussion this week, and a lot of people have been talking about it. It's been great and everything, and we got some news about split screen specifically and co-op individual drops. So the thing is that they are going to now include full player co-op into Borderlands 3 as well as the original Borderlands as well in the remaster type deal. And there's also going to be individual loot within the game. And so what it is that the loot now you can toggle between either loot to be shared or loot to be specific to you. So in game, if you see a gun on the floor, if it's shared, someone can just take that gun and that gun is forever in their inventory and you can't get it back. However, if it's individual loot, everyone sees different loot, so that is a very cool thing to see, and it could definitely change how you play, and obviously it is a choice. They have also confirmed the release date being September 13th. It was rumored earlier in the week and it was kind of leaked and stuff like that through a video, I believe, on Twitter that leaks. However, it has been officially confirmed by Gearbox that the game is coming out September 13th. And another thing is also to point out that it is coming exclusively to Epic Game Store on the PC version. So a lot of people have been talking about that. I know there's a lot of debacle, there's a lot of debates, if you will, about people that want to be on Steam, people want to be on Epic Game Store. Nonetheless, I see it as they're both free launchers. It's just another icon on your PC. I don't get what the big deal is. At least to me personally, what I'm saying? I don't really get the big deal, but there's been a lot of debate about that. We also got a little more details on the villains and heroes of the Borderlands 3, and the villains are going to be the Calypso twins. Something about them is there's some like sorcery or magical elements about them and stuff like that, so that's what they're up to. And we also have the game's 4 main classes as well to go along with it. So we have Mose as the gunner, Amar as the siren, Flak as the beastmaster, as well as Zane as the operative. So you can go look at their character descriptions. I think I have it on screen somewhere, but you can read those bios, because honestly, the way Polygon typed it is really oddly typed. I don't even know how. I don't know. It's just a weird way they set it up and everything, but definitely go check them out. It's your basic classes that you would think to have in Borderlands. So if you play a Borderlands game, you know exactly what you're getting into. We also got the box art for the game, which, hey, even though there is no, guns pointing at the head in like a suicidal way, it's a nice cover. I like it a lot. Very digging the cover. I'm liking the cover a lot. And something that pointed out to me by Christian was that he pointed out that even though the Borderlands 1 and 2 covers were very much of a dark kind of psychotic type of way to it, this one's very peaceful and ethereal. So it looks like there's definitely a change of pace in that standpoint. And the last thing we'll bring up here is that the Borderlands Handsome Jack collection, the 4K texture pack, that was a free update on Wednesday, whatever, is 16 gigs. So pretty big update and everything, a pretty big patch. But of course, they are implementing all of the textures to be 4K, so definitely does make sense why it is 16 gigs. So just be on the lookout for that. Now, next up here, as we talked about before, of course, Bethesda will be at E3 2019. One of the few developers and few people that are coming to E3 2019 now. A lot of people are pulling out and everything. We have talked about that the past few weeks, but Todd Howard, of course, of Bethesda, went on to talk about their showing in E3, and it was very clear that, hey, listen, we're not going to see Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield. He says, a quote here, he says, quote, "Before everyone asks, please be patient. It's going to be a long time. It's not something we're going to be talking about at E3, either of those games, this year. And so patience, please. But given the anniversary, we did want to give everybody a taste." And so, I get that, but I just wish they didn't even show these things, because they are legit years and years and years away. Like, there's no way they're coming out anytime soon. I just would have rather them just not say anything, just to keep everyone's sake at bay. I am interested in Starfield. Not so much the Elder Scrolls, never really been into the Elder Scrolls series, but Starfield looks intriguing to me. But I guess what to see at another E3 way down the line. Let's talk about Drive Club. Okay, Drive Club came out around 2015. It was meant to be a launch title for the PS4. It got heavily pushed and delayed and all these issues with the game and everything. And there was even a PS Plus version on the first month of release, so that people could try Drive Club and everything. But it was just overall just kind of, game that started out really bad, but as of late with updates and everything, grew to be a very, very fun Drive Club game. And I think it is it's the highest selling racing game on PS4, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was an article a few months ago. But beside the point, we got some news here by PlayStation that they are officially going to be delisting the game and turning off the servers for the game. So the delisting of the game will be happening on August 31st, 2019, which is a few months from now, which means that it will no longer be available on the PlayStation Store. So you cannot download it or purchase it. And then the game servers for its online capabilities will be turned off March 31st, 2020. So you won't be able to connect to any online servers. There will be no online feature, and no features that were needing online will not be available on Drive Club past March 31st, 2020. And so a lot of people are kind of, some people are upset about this. I think a lot of people don't really care, especially because Evolution Studios, the team behind this game, is not even a studio anymore. They've been closed for 3 years now, since 2016. So definitely rough here. But my thought process is just this is very telling of how the future could go in terms of digital games, because after August you won't be able to buy this game straight up. You won't, unless there's a physical copy of the game, which is of course what we're thinking about. But if we're thinking about an all digital future, this could be very telling about what could happen to games that aren't successful that you might still want to play in the future. And if it's all digital and it's not on the storefront, you're kind of screwed. So I don't know. This is just very, very telling of the future, I think, and could lead to a lot of things. But I think overall, this is just what it is. And so RIP Drive Club. Black Ops 4 Blackout, of course, one of the pillars of the BR modes right now, got another map add to the game out of nowhere. I feel like out of nowhere, unless I don't know if I was paying attention or whatever. I'm not really into COD that much as of late, what I'm saying. But Alcatraz is the new Blackout map. It's a smaller map. You can spawn, I believe, 5 times, and it's supposed to be a more just chaotic, more fast-paced type of Blackout game that you can have with that map and everything. And so it's set in the Alcatraz Island, based off the Blood of the Dead zombie map, as well as that was based off the Mob of the Dead from Black Ops 2. So pretty cool to see that there. And a really cool tidbit as well with this is that they are going to allow anyone to play Blackout for free. So right now it's free, and I believe it closes on April 30th. So pretty long time for you to experience Blackout and play it for free and everything. It's free to download, I believe, on the PS Store or any other storefront that you are, frequenting on. So pretty cool to see that there, because like a lot of people, especially myself, I believe that they should have made Blackout for free. Honestly, they should have made Blackout separate and made it for free. Honestly, that's what I think. I think it would have done a lot better and everything. But really cool to see that they at least have a free mode and a free weekend for Blackout. Let's talk about Sony's digital refund policy, because I don't get this. Okay, so a lot of people are very much happy about this, and to be honest, I've never attempted to refund anything digitally on PS Store. So maybe I don't know how it used to be. I don't know if it was just like a hard no that you could not do that, but they changed some things here. So now you will be able to refund any purchase, assuming you request it within 14 days of purchasing that thing, and also you have not downloaded the game yet, which I think is wild. I think but you wouldn't even know half the time if you want to refund something if you don't download it and try it, right? Isn't that the point of a refund to me? Maybe if someone accidentally buys something on your account, or you accidentally buy something and you catch it right when you buy it on accident, but I don't know. And the money that you even refund won't even go to your account, like your bank account. If you bought it from like a debit card or credit card, it'll just go straight to your PlayStation account as PlayStation credit. And so I don't know, guys. This just seems weird to me. And also, there's some things with the subscription things as well. So, also, if you pre-order a title within 14 days, you do the same thing as well. And subscriptions can now be canceled after 14 days, even if you begin using them. So they're on the right course with the whole subscriptions, where you can get a refund for that month. If you try out now, you don't like it, whatever, you can get a refund, whatever. But I just think it's weird how you can't even download the game. If you want to refund it, you can't have downloaded it. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, guys. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wild, because I'm not fully aware of how the PlayStation Store refund policy used to be back in the day. But I don't know. Concrete Genie was shown off at State of Play, and honestly, listen, I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm a bit sold. I am a bit sold in this game, and there are 2 VR modes coming to the game, so I'm just read these right out here. So firstly, there's a VR experience in which you guide a genie through a 3D landscape using the game's signature living paint to build virtual reality play spaces. And so that's the first one, but the second one here is looking pretty cool as well. Then there's free paint mode. Using PSVR and 2 Move controllers, you can stand in one of 4 locations and paint the walls of a dingy town, creating your very own masterpieces inhabited by the titular genies. And so it's really cool to see that they are, not only supporting PSVR, but really kind of having a lot of these laid out in a way that's going to be very useful to a lot of people. So very cool to see that Concrete Genie is really kind of having PSVR as a main mode in their game. We have a new Mortal Kombat 11 character that got revealed this week. Her name is Satyrion, and I believe her powers are very much like elemental powers, so you can summon rocks, fire, water, and vines and stuff like that. So really cool to see that they're kind of messing around with the whole combos and the whole character roster of Mortal Kombat 11. Real cool to see that there. I am still questionably sold on Mortal Kombat, not because I don't think the game looks fire. It looks fire to me, but I just am just trying to get through these games and trying to like Division 2 I plan on beating this weekend, so that's that's gonna be really cool to kind of pass that hurdle and everything. I won't play Devil May Cry 5. I don't know when it's gonna happen, guys, but we will see if I ever get to Mortal Kombat 11. Let's talk about Anthem, okay? Listen, this is a big story, so I'm not gonna tell the entirety of this story. I'm gonna just give everyone the rundown of what is happening essentially. So there was a Kotaku article released by Jason Schreier. It's long as hell. It is very, very long, but it kind of outlines a bunch of employee interviews at BioWare that they were talking about the poor conditions of working at BioWare under the development of Anthem. And it was very, very troubled development. There were a lot of prototypes that didn't go well, poor management they talked about. They talked about having multiple meetings with everyone that just didn't get anything accomplished and solved. They had a very skewed and very kind of weird direction, or the weird vision of the direction of Anthem. A lot of people didn't know what the game was going to end up being in the end. So there's just a lot of issues with Anthem overall as a whole, and that was laid out by this super long article and everything. Just a ton of different things. Stress was very much involved in it as well. A lot of things. Definitely go read it down below. I will link it down in the description. But also with a response from BioWare that was very much defensive. They were saying that this article was meant to attack the BioWare development team and everything and stuff like that, and it was not reflective of the entire employee base. So it was just a small subset that were under these conditions, that were stressed out, and that decided to talk to Jason Schreier and stuff like that. And so they again reiterated that they believe in the health of their employees and kind of damage control the allegations. But I don't know, guys, like honestly, when what has been really eye-opening to me is playing Division 2 right after Anthem, okay? Because as you all know, I was pretty positive about Anthem. I recognize that issues. I know it has flaws, but again, as I've said before and many times, I said it back to gameplay. Like Anthem to me feels fun to play. I love the way Anthem feels, you know what I'm saying? And just going to Division 2 and seeing a looter shooter, if you'd like to use that term, done well and done right and just had all the elements to it, and it really does have everything that Anthem lacked. And so it is really kind of tarnishing my view on Anthem now after playing Division 2. And honestly, reading this as well, it's all making, everything is all making sense now, right? It's making a lot of sense as to why Anthem had all these issues at launch, and that we just, the overall game it's at right now. It's we can see where the issues are derived from. It's definitely from the studio and from their, supposed poor management and stuff like that. And so I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all of these allegations and all these comments about how BioWare was structured under the developments of Anthem. And lastly, I'm gonna round up here. Of course, April Fool's was on Monday. We did a April Fool's podcast. So make sure to go listen to that save slot. Very, very, it's just a little fun thing, okay? Make sure to go check out that Save Slot April Fool's Day episode. But we were not the only ones that were doing April Fool's jokes, of course. Ubisoft here in For Honor, they did a 24-hour Rabid events mode. And so what it was you were playing For Honor, and Rabbids from their other, franchise would come into For Honor and you would fight Rabbids. And so there's footage on screen. It was pretty funny. It was a good one, okay? But we also have another one here from Yakuza, which I believe they turned their game, like there was a leaked video where they made their game a turn-based combat game instead of a beat-em-up type style that Yakuza usually is. So that was pretty fun as well. I'm not really a big fan of Yakuza, so it didn't really hit home with me, but I thought it was just pretty fun nonetheless. And lastly here, a more serious April Fool's thing that happened during the week was that Reddit, shut down. Oh, I'm sorry, our games, like more specifically the official Reddit games thread and page and stuff like that, and thread, whatever. They closed down the entire our games forum for April Fool's Day to point the light at very, very bad things are happening in the r/games community and stuff like that. And they spoke out against bigotry, spoke out against awful comments, spoke out against all these negative things that have kind of been a ongoing theme in the r/games subreddit. That's what I'm looking for, not thread, subreddit. And those problems include discrimination, harassment, vitriolic attacks, and everything. And so it was a very, very powerful stance they took, and I didn't see any follow-up to it, but it was something that was really cool, I thought, to kind of shine a light on something that was very serious, even though everyone was joking around the other side. So it's really cool to see that our games took a stand and decided to use the day as a platform to say something. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our episode in our weekly series of Save Slot. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Down below, you can find our links, our Twitch, our Twitter, our whatever you want, Discord as well down there. Make sure to go check out those links down below. And I'm pretty sure I'll be streaming some Division 2 tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'll beat the game on stream. We will stream that, have some fun there, so definitely go check out. We might listen to Khalid's new album. That might be a thing we do, so definitely go check out twitch.tv/PlayStation Source tomorrow. I will be streaming there. And for follow-ups and for more more updates on when I'll be streaming, make sure to follow the Twitter down below. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.